Hey, everybody, how's it going? So, you notice somebody committed a neatness on my workbench this morning. I couldn't take it anymore. As I said earlier, maybe in this series, maybe in one of the other series, the shop tends to become a collector all over the winter, and a lot of house projects go on, and things just accumulate out here. So I've started to organize, picking a piece at a time. So I'm going to finish this section today. Did the bench, and I'll get the rest of this done, so I can get back at my scrap metal bin and a few other things for doing fabrication. But the thing I'm working on today is the seat for the 47. That was my goal, to get the front seats mounted, which means I need to, first of all, get the power seat powered up and determine exactly how high and low and forward and back it goes, and then determine what I need to make for seat mounts to position the seat high enough. I had my wife sit in it yesterday. She's short. She's about 5'3", and she was kind of like this in the car. And I said, well, if she's ever going to drive this thing, we need to get the seat up in a position where it's more comfortable for her. And then after she was in it, I sat in it and realized it's actually pretty low for me too. So these Dodge Shadow seats need to have something underneath them to raise them up. So I got some ideas what I'm going to do. Shouldn't be a big deal, but that's what I'm going to be working on today, as well as powering up the seat, trying to raise lower, forward, back, tilts, and all that stuff to see exactly where all the range of motion we have in those seats to determine the best location in the car. So welcome to the show. Okay, so I got the seat in. It's not just the driver's side, and it needs to be taken back out again and re-engineered. But sometimes that's the way it goes on these projects. You have an idea in mind, and then once you really get down to doing it, you find that you've got to modify your ideas quite a bit. So I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do. I ran into all kinds of problems because the tracks would twist a little bit when I would tighten it down on that floor, and then it would bind and the power seat wouldn't work. So I ended up taking the tracks off the seat, putting it in there, mounting it, getting it so that it was spacing it out with washers, and I used a couple blocks of wood and things to kind of get an idea. Got it in there and it works okay. but the seat is tipped out now, so I think I'm going to end up making a seat mount box to put in there, a couple of metal rails on the outside. I think the inside is okay, but the seat is, like I said, leaned like this, and so I think I need to build a channel like some of the newer cars have that will just tip that seat up a little bit, and the seat will mount right to that, and we should be good to go then. I ran into another problem also where the front on the driver's side, outside, what I drilled through the floor to put the mount in, bolt through, it hit the frame, and I don't want to drill the frame. The other three actually go, no, the other two, the back ones go through the frame anyway. That's by design. I lined it right up with the factory holes, but the front one, I think with what I'm going to do, it's going to work anyway. So that's where we're at. I'll get a video here of what it looks like in the car at this point, and we'll go from there. So another step forward. Okay, so a little addendum to today's video. I was thinking last night about the brand new wiring harness that I bought. Auto Wiring, something like that. I can't remember the name of the company, but I couldn't remember where the heck it was. Started getting concerned that maybe in the moves I lost it, but I dug around tonight, or this evening in the shop, and found it, and lo and behold, I found a brand new low-car gas pedal and cable. I bought the really expensive one and didn't remember that I had bought it. So I made this beautiful gas pedal and I don't need it. Go figure. So anyway, I will be swapping that out at some point. Did a lot of evaluating, started gathering the parts up, went up and found the inner fender wells upstairs in the barn. Somehow they got shoved up there and were full of bird crap, so I'm going to have to repaint those. But yeah, so I think I've got most everything around. So I'm just making a game plan here to move forward on the project now. I got it up on jack stands today, looked underneath and found where it looks like it's had an oil leak since we put the engine together. So rear main seal, cam plug, maybe an oil galley plug, I'm not sure. I won't know till I get it apart. So the motor's got to come back out. Definitely want to get that done and get that motor cleaned back up again. Replace the chrome that's rusty, a few things like that, because when you put the front fenders on that car, that engine is really difficult to work on. So I want to make sure everything is primo quality on that engine before it goes together. Then the next step is drag the fenders out. So I'm kind of rethinking things a little bit and just making a different game plan for how I want to handle things in the shop. I may put the Challenger back out for a while so I can get some serious work done on this car. It'd be nice that maybe I could get it to the point I could cruise it a little bit this summer. So it's been a long time coming. Oh, I fixed the transmission shifts. Now I ran up and down the road again with it, and it went through all the gears, and so that's good. Still have to replace the starter. I think I maybe mentioned that yesterday. The starter's heat soaking and not working when the engine's warm. So lots of progress as far as just knowing what I need to do. And so there we go. I'll post, tag a picture of the black mark that I did the 2-gear burnout, single wheel burnout with the 47. First burnout I've ever done with the car. Did it no problem. That old 355 just got a lot of torque and runs good. So I'm real happy with the work I did on the distributor now. Actually, when I ran it down the road, I ran it close to 50. The car drives really nice. So a lot of rattles and things to fix, but it's not finished yet. So, all right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching My Cars Shop.